Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fabi and I do tutorials. Today we're doing this look using a palette I've never used before. This is the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare, and I'm also using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, the Armed and Gorgeous. And this is the Solar Flare. So in this video, I wanted to do a very fall vibes orange moment look, and this is what I came up with. I ended up loving the look, how it came out, and I hope you do too. So if you want to see how I created this, please keep watching. Alright, so with the medium-sized blending brush, I'm starting off with the eyeshadow Secure, and I'm going to put that in the center of my crease. I'm going to create my crease above my natural because I have hooded eyes, so I just want to start adding that color on the center. Then with the flatter shading brush, I'm going to take the eyeshadow Agent and we're going to put that on the inner third of our crease. And blend it into Secure. With the clean fluffy brush, you want to start blending out and buffing out those edges in circular motions and also windshield wiper motions. Then tap into the eyeshadow Axis, that's a more yellow mustardy color, and lightly start blending out the shadows. Now that we have our crease colors all blended, we're going to go in with our small concealer brush and the lightest concealer you have or preferred white base you have to clean up and create our lid space. I don't really want the curved look. I don't want it to look like a graphic eyeliner, so I'm keeping the cut crease a little bit more straight, barely rounded, like the tiniest bit. Be sure to tap away any excess with your finger or a tiny sponge. You don't want to have excess product on your eyelids. Now you're going back in with the flat shader brush and using the eyeshadow Secure. You want to start diagonally tapping that from the center of your eye upward and outward to connect to your crease. And we're also going to run that towards our bottom lash line in just a second. Before we go in with our eyeshadow, we're gonna use the NYX glitter primer. If you're new to my channel, I love doing this step before any kind of shimmers or glitters to really make the eyeshadow last. Now for that even more pop of orange, I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics palette. This is the eyeshadow Fireball. I never use shimmery oranges like this, but I definitely am going to start using it more during this fall time because look how pretty it looks. I think this will suit a lot of different skin tones and eye colors to really give you that warm fall vibe. And we're just gonna pack Fireball all over that area of our lid. And then with a small angled brush, you want to start packing on the same eyeshadows from your crease onto the bottom lash line. Then with that fluffy blending brush and a bit more of that yellow eyeshadow, go ahead and buff out the edge so that it's not so harsh. I did want to add this melt eyeliner because I figured the tone was perfect, but as I started adding it, I realized it's the exact same color of the eyeshadow, so I was a little bummed out. Not because of the shade is beautiful, but just because I thought it was going to dry a little darker and be very cohesive with this look, and I'm realizing that's not the way it's gonna work, but I just decided to run with it. I didn't want to wipe it off. I'm not a quitter, so I was like, let me just do the wing eyeliner and see if I can darken it up with a brown shadow later. So we're gonna leave it there for now. With the eyeshadow access, which is the mustardy yellow, we're going to go in and blend out that edge so it's not just a dark liner into the shimmer. It just gives it a more blended effect. To give the shimmer a brighter effect, I'm going to take a little bit of the eyeshadow Sun Ray from our BH Cosmetics Solar palette. It's just going to brighten it up a little bit without changing the tone. And I'm taking that same melt eyeliner and putting it in my waterline. I could have left the look as is, but it was lacking a little dimension for my taste. So I decided to take a tiny bit of brown liner, or you can do a dark brown eyeshadow, and outline that crease to give it more definition. So I just used a little bit of whatever brown liner you have there. It could be pencil or gel. And then I went in with the eyeshadow Smooth Criminal and Prowl. These are from the Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette. And then with the flat shader brush, I just went in and blended that out. Once you have that brown down, go back in with Access and Secure to keep that orange tone blended out. And then add a tad bit of that brown on your bottom lash line to give it more definition. I am going to drag it out. I thought about outlining my wing liner that I did, thinking it would give it more of a defined liner look, but it's not working. So I'm just going to clean it up later. With the small brush and any concealer, you clean up that outer corner and then make sure you wipe off any excess. That's it for the shadows. I'm going to add my lashes and be right back to finish the face. This is how the eyes turned out. I did the exact same thing on the other eye and just added some lashes. The lashes will be posted on my Instagram post along with everything I used as usual. For our foundation, I've still been using the Milani 2-in-1, and I used just like half a pump of the foundation because it's so full coverage that if I use too much of it, I feel like it looks too heavy on me. Don't get me wrong, I love full glam and I love full coverage foundations, but I also get scared of them because they make me look like a different person, completely transformed. And I don't know, in my head, I just feel like it's unrealistic goals because I don't wake up like that. So I try not to wear that. It makes me feel like I have a mask on. But then again, that's the beauty of makeup. Sometimes when you're going out, you just want to wear a full glam, and I just try to save it for those occasions. And also, a fun fact about my hair, this is what it looks like air dried. I just put some braids in it because my flat iron broke. It gave out after about 5 years of having it, and so now it's time to get a new one, but that'll, eventually happen. I'm gonna do a more detailed contouring look, so that way, for those of you who are beginners at contour, have never tried it at all and are scared or just want to learn how to do it, I'll break down the steps for you. Every face shape is different. You don't need to do the lines of contour where I am doing it necessarily. So in that video I'll do soon, I'll explain all of that. And while I lay down the contour and blend it, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my nails. I'm wearing my Color Street press-on polish. I don't have the details of the color, but I'll also put that on my Instagram post. I absolutely loved the first set I used, and then this is my second set trying it out. And I think I'm addicted because I don't know about you, I love having cute nails, but I can't function with acrylics. I like how they look on other people, but I just feel like I'm always on the go. I'm always breaking them. I don't know. I just can't function with them. So this is a good alternative in my opinion. Once you're done with your cream contour and your concealer, we're going to go in and set our face. But first, I realized that I had not done the orange and yellow eyeshadow on my left eye. So let me blend that out really quickly. And before you start adding any product to set your face, remember to tap out any creases and blend out any extra product with your beauty sponge, and then start pressing the powder in, because otherwise it'll crease too much. And if you want a more hydrated and smooth finish, I like to take setting spray or fixing spray before I add any powders and press that all into your face. It really melts your products that you have on, your liquid and creams. That way when you start adding your powders, it looks more flawless. And then in the end, we'll eventually set it again. Lately, I've been liking to carve out some definition under my cheeks before I go in with my powder bronzer. So I'm just carving out my cheek. And then I'm also quickly setting under my eyes. Leaving the powder there by your cheeks is going to help your bronzer and blush to blend out and not be so muddy. And with this bronzer, you want to lightly very lightly press it on because this Position Formula palette is super highly pigmented. If you remember me using it on the first try on video, I put way too much because I'm heavy handed naturally and I look like a Oompa Loompa, super bronzy, but I'm not mad at it. Just definitely learned from that day. And so now I go in with the very light hand. My face is more like rounded and square, so I want to make it highlighted in the middle. So I just like to put the bronzer and contour on the sides of my face. I don't always put it on the top of my forehead because I want that to stay bright. For highlighter, I use the same one from the palette, the one on the bottom left, and it's a very pretty, warm, orangey, golden tone. I felt like going in really excessively with this highlighter, but I had to control myself because it's such a pretty shade and it's very smooth. But I felt like it was very complimentary and because it's in the orange family. For blush, I'm using the one on the bottom. I know the one on the top looks more orangey, but I think the tone of the bottom one is more of the tone I was looking for this look. I really wanted to feel like I was a leaf blending in with the autumn trees. I don't know. I just get a vision in my head and I want to make sure when I do the look that I'm actually executing it as close as I can to that vision. But yeah, that's my thought process on this look. That's how my brain works. I get ideas and I picture it in my head and I try to bring it to life. For the lip, can you guess what I'm doing? Of course, it's another warm toned product for this look. And this is by LA Girl. It's a lip liner. I like to outline my lips, give it definition, and then fill in my lips with the whole lip liner. I will list the name of it in my Instagram post as well. I added this peachy warm tone cream lipstick by NYX. And then I'm gonna go in with my favorite new Maybelline gloss. If you don't have this gloss, run out and go get it. It's super sparkly. Even in photos, it picks up the sparkle. And I don't know, I just really enjoy it. It has hyaluronic acid, so it hydrates your lips. And let me go get all of them first, and then you can run and get it. Go in with your setting spray and press in all the areas where you added highlighter for a more flawless finish. When you press it in, it removes any chalkiness, any powderiness, and any harsh lines. Alright, so this is the finished product. I am so happy that I filmed this look. I have been wanting to play with this palette for a long time, and I'm honestly glad I did. We all know for fall we want those brown and orange tones, but I think we can get stuck in the same kind of looks and recycle them. So I think this is the perfect palette for fall time. I mean, just look at the shades. It's the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare palette. They're all shimmer finish, but it's the perfect fall palette or just palette in general to accompany any other look that you're doing. I started with an orange look because I'm doing a color series for fall. For the months of September, October, and November, I have some looks planned out. I'm starting off with oranges, so every video is going to be a different style of eyeshadow look, but it's going to be around the same color. So these videos coming up, this one and 3 more, are going to be orange theme. And then the next week after that, all the way through November, just keep an eye out, subscribe so you don't miss out. They're all gonna be a theme, and I just wanted to challenge myself because, like I said, we can get stuck in the routine of the same fall colors. I wanted to create as many looks as possible using the fall tones because it's also my favorite season. And yeah, I'm just excited about it. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share my page, and I'll see you next time.